Hello and welcome to Hanamate. This is my African violet, which is probably close to 35 years old, and I keep propagating it. So once I propagated the leaves, I am basically separating them and putting in separate pots. It is pretty easy job, nothing complicated, but I decided to make a short video. I speed it up a little bit and I give you a few tips. So first of all, right now you can see me organizing my little section. I have a sink, I have all my supplies, I have knife, I have little shovel. I love clay pots, and now I dumped little rocks on the bottom. My goal is to cover the drainage hole. If you don't cover the drainage hole, the water may be seeping out too fast and you may be losing some roots. So this method works great for me. Those are the rocks I had available: seashells, clay pots. Actually all clay pots that break are fantastic to kind of break even into smaller chips and use them for the covering the bottom hole. And this is African violet that grew from one leaf, I think, in November. So it's probably 3-4 months old, and there are 4 little babies. So I filled the pot with the soil, I made a little hole, and then I inserted the tiny little violet with roots in. I am repeating the same process, right? Don't be afraid to, you always have to make sure you make a hole, and then you have to make sure you gently with your fingers squeeze everything in, right? The roots don't want to be like too compacted, but they also like to be nice and stable. By the way, the soil I'm using, I bought it. Especially if I'm doing something at home and the plants will be at home for a while, I don't bring soil from inside. So this one also has got added perlan, which is fantastic to kind of keep the soil a little bit, I guess, light and softer, and for the new roots to grow. I do love using clay pots because I do believe that they kind of soak in extra moisture and then they give it away during the dry spell. I love my African violets to grow them on the windowsills where they have plenty of light. They do get about maybe 2-3 hours of direct light, but it doesn't harm them. They do like lots of light, not direct light necessary that may actually burn the leaves. They hate draft, any kind of draft. I do water mine from the top. I was told at some point that they prefer to be watered from the bottom, meaning that you will put little tiny bowl underneath or some kind of tray, and you will pour water in it and they will soak in the water. I honestly water them all my life from the top and I don't have any issue. So the clay pot has got a hole on the bottom, which is fantastic because the extra water will drain and wouldn't drown the plant. However, do make sure that you put extra little bowl underneath it so the water doesn't leak out, right? I do love using ceramic bowls because they don't let out any moisture at all. If you use unglazed clay, that may ruin your furniture. So that's about it. I think I shared plenty of information and you are all set and you can do it yourself. So once again, we have a good station prepared, have all your tools ready, and then work through it and have fun. I do love this process. It makes me very satisfied, and then I either give the plants away and offer it to my friends and whoever in the community. It works well. This plant will probably start flowering in about 6 months. It is a good size already. It's tiny, but it grows pretty fast. And those are my little tiny plants. So those were, I think, 6 leaves at some point, and I created 9 little plants. I am soaking them wet. I'm kind of washing off the dirt actually, but I do make sure I have a bowl underneath and the water will drain out, right? So I hope you enjoyed this tip, and if you like my ideas, you can follow me on Instagram or on Facebook. Thanks for watching, Hanamate.